Beloved child of my spirit, I have called for this specific moment of stillness because there is a divine proclamation echoing through the halls of eternity concerning you. I need you to pause and truly listen, for these words are not for the person standing next to you. They are a direct transmission to your soul. You have been walking through your days with a heavy mantle upon your shoulders, dragging a weight that I never intended for you to carry. Every struggle you laid at my feet weeks ago, and every worry you surrendered months ago, yet somehow retrieved in a moment of panic, I am addressing them all now. The verdict has been reached in the highest courts of my glory, and it is a final, irrevocable decision. You are no longer authorized to bear the weight of what I have already taken from your hands. I see the way you lie awake when the world is silent, replaying the what-ifs and the should-haves until your mind is a storm of static. I want you to understand that this obsessive vigilance is not a virtue. It is a lingering habit of fear that seeks to steal back the peace I purchased for you with my very life. When you first whispered that prayer of surrender, I did not place your request in a folder for later review. I did not put your life on a waiting list. The very millisecond you released that burden, it underwent a total transfer of ownership. It moved from the natural realm, where you were exhausting yourself trying to fix the unfixable, into the supernatural dimension where I operate beyond every human limitation. Yet I have watched you reach back into my jurisdiction, trying to co-manage the outcomes that belong solely to me. Stop the spinning, my child. Stop the mental gymnastics that leave you depleted before the day has even begun. When you trust me without a hidden backup plan, I become your shepherd in a way that transcends poetry. I become an active, breathing force in your daily schedule. I am the one who scouts the land ahead of you. I have already surveyed the jagged paths and identified the lush green pastures of provision that are marked with your name. You often feel lost because you are trying to be the navigator of a journey you cannot see. You pull out your human maps and argue with my directions, stopping every few miles to analyze if we're moving fast enough or if the scenery looks correct. Every time you shift from trust into interrogation, you leak the very strength you need for the walk. You were never designed to be the architect of outcomes. You were designed to be the child who follows the Father's lead. I am speaking directly to that one specific situation that causes your chest to tighten and your breath to shallow. The relationship that feels like a dead end. The financial mountain that seems to grow taller with every prayer. The health concern that whispers lies about your future. I am telling you now, you are not responsible for the resolution. You are only responsible for the surrender. These are two vastly different assignments. One will break you, but the other will build you. Trust is not something you manufacture through sheer willpower. It is not a muscle you flex until it hurts. True trust is what happens when you finally become so weary of your own efforts that you collapse into my embrace and discover with a jolt of wonder that I was the one holding you up the entire time. That moment of letting go is not a fall into a void. It is a landing on the rock of ages. Rest feels irresponsible to you because you have been conditioned to believe that your hustle is your security. But rest is actually the highest form of spiritual warfare. It is a thunderous declaration to the enemy that you believe my word is more real than your circumstances. It is a statement of absolute certainty that I am who I say I am. Remember the ancient promise, I shall not want. This was not a wishful thought. It was a mathematical certainty based on the identity of the shepherd. If I am the one leading you, you cannot lack. Even when you cannot see the supply, it is already on the way. Sometimes, in my profound mercy, I make you lie down. I close the doors you were trying to force open. I remove the distractions you were obsessing over. You think it's a rejection, but it's actually a rescue mission. The green pastures I am leading you towards are not just a place, they are a condition of your soul. They represent a life that is flourishing because it is rooted in my presence. You don't have to beg for my favor. You were born into it. You don't have to convince me to provide. I am a father who delights in giving good gifts. Yet so many of my children stand at the edge of the feast and starve because they refuse to receive what they didn't earn. Let me be as clear as possible. You will never be good enough to deserve my grace, and that is the whole point. My love is not a reaction to your performance. It is an outpouring of my nature. I am good even when you are faltering. I am steady even when you are shaking. I am leading you beside still waters, not so you can admire them from the shore, so you can immerse yourself in them. You have been fighting the whitewater rapids of your own anxiety for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to simply float. I am the one who restores your soul. I don't just patch the wounds, I return you to the original blueprint I had for you before the world bruised you.
I lead you on paths of righteousness for my name's sake. This means my reputation is tied to your restoration. When the world looks at your life, they are supposed to see my fingerprints. I will not let my name be put to shame by leaving you stranded in the middle of the valley. Even when the shadows grow long and the air gets cold, you will fear no evil because you are with me. Notice how the language changes in the darkness. It is no longer a distant, "He leads me." It becomes an intimate, "You are with me." The valley is where theology turns into relationship. The threat of the shadow is real, but a shadow has no power to touch you because I am standing between you and the sun. I am preparing a banquet for you, right in the middle of the battlefield. I don't wait for the enemies to leave before I bless you. I want them to witness how I honor my own. I want the darkness to see that its threats have no power over my provision. I am anointing your head with oil, marking you as a royal heir. This anointing is the seal of heaven that cannot be broken by the lies of earth. Your cup is not just full, it is a fountain that never stops flowing. This overflow is intentional. It is so you can be a source of life for everyone around you. When you realize that the source is infinite, you stop living in survival mode and start living in a generosity that confuses the world. Surely my goodness and my mercy are hunting you down today. They are pursuing you with the same relentlessness that fear once did. They will track you every single day of your life because I have assigned them as your eternal companions. And your final home is not a maybe. You will dwell in my presence forever. So let go of the map. Let go of the timeline. Stop replaying the scenarios of defeat. I am your shepherd, and I have never lost a single one of my sheep. I have brought you this far, and I am not about to walk away now. Rest in me. Trust in me. Breathe in me. I know the silence has felt deafening lately. You pray and it feels like your words are bouncing off a brass ceiling. But my silence is not a sign of my absence. It is the quiet concentration of a creator working on the most delicate parts of your heart. Sometimes I am quiet because you are learning to hear my heartbeat instead of just my instructions. You wonder why some prayers are answered in a heartbeat while others take decades. You look at the breakthroughs of others and feel a twinge of envy, wondering if I have favorites. My child, I do not have favorites, but I do have unique assignments. What I am building in you is of a different material than what I am building in them. If I gave you the harvest before your character was ready to sustain it, the blessing would actually destroy you. I am not just interested in your comfort, I am obsessed with your completion. I who began this good work in you will see it through to the final day. I don't start things I don't finish. I don't make promises I don't keep. I am the God of the yes and the amen. Think of the seed buried in the dark earth. From the outside, it looks like a funeral. It looks like death and isolation. But in that pressurized darkness, the shell is breaking. The roots are finding their way deep into the soil so that when the tree rises, it can withstand the hurricanes. You are in a season of rooting. Do not despise the darkness. It is where your strength is being forged. I see the loneliness that feels like a physical ache. I see the way you smile in public while feeling like a ghost in private. I want to shift your perspective on this season of isolation. It is not a punishment, it is a selection. I have pulled you away from certain voices because I want mine to be the loudest. I have closed certain doors because I want you to find the secret passage into my heart. You are not a failure because your life doesn't look like the version you planned. You are a work in progress, and the artist is still holding the brush. Your past mistakes were not detours, they were the very raw material I am using to create your testimony. I take the wreckage of your errors and I build monuments to my mercy. Look at the scars you carry. You see them as symbols of shame, but I see them as trophies of survival. They prove that the enemy attacked you and failed. They prove that you went through the fire and you are still standing. I am turning your scars into stars that will guide others out of their own darkness. Stop trying to erase your history. I have already redeemed it. When you look at where you've been, don't focus on the person you used to be. Focus on the God who wouldn't let that person die in the pit. I am the God of the turnaround, and I am orchestrating a comeback in your life that will leave you breathless with gratitude. I know you feel like you've run out of time. You look at your age or your bank account or your health and panic. But I am the creator of time. I can compress a decade of progress into a single day of favor. I can bring a person into your life in 1 minute who will change your trajectory forever. I am not bound by your linear calendars. I am speaking peace over your finances. I am the one who fed thousands with a small lunch. I am the one who brought gold from the mouth of a fish. Your provision is not tied to the economy of this world. It is tied to the abundance of my kingdom. Trust me to be your source and watch how I open windows in heaven that you didn't even know were there. I am healing the relationship you thought was permanently shattered. I am softening the hearts that have been hardened by pride. I am the God of reconciliation. Nothing is too far gone from my touch. I can breathe life back into dead situations, but you must keep your hands off the steering wheel.
I am also teaching you the beauty of the word no. You have been a people pleaser for so long, trying to earn love by being a doormat. I am giving you a holy backbone today. You don't have to say yes to every demand on your time or your energy. Protect the sanctuary of your peace. It is okay to walk away from toxicity. It is okay to choose yourself because I have already chosen you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Come and sit by my side every morning. Let me fill you with my tenderness before you face the harshness of the world. Let my love be the armor that guards your mind. If you don't start with my truth, you will fall for their lies. I am breaking the spirit of fear that has tried to paralyze your potential. Fear is a liar that whispers about a future I have not authored.
It takes your past pain and projects it onto your tomorrow. But I am the God of the new thing. I am doing something in your life that has never been done before. Stop looking for the familiar and start looking for the supernatural. I see the effort you are making to stay faithful. The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. I am also teaching you the beauty of the word no. You have been a people pleaser for so long, trying to earn love by being a doormat. I am giving you a holy backbone today. You don't have to say yes to every demand on your time or your energy. Protect the sanctuary of your peace. It is okay to walk away from toxicity. It is okay to choose yourself because I have already chosen you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Come and sit by my side every morning. Let me fill you with my tenderness before you face the harshness of the world. Let my love be the armor that guards your mind. If you don't start with my truth, you will fall for their lies. I am breaking the spirit of fear that has tried to paralyze your potential. Fear is a liar that whispers about a future I have not authored. It takes your past pain and projects it onto your tomorrow. But I am the God of the new thing. I am doing something in your life that has never been done before. Stop looking for the familiar and start looking for the supernatural. I see the effort you are making to stay faithful. I see the moments you chose to praise me while your heart was breaking. Those are the most powerful worship sessions in heaven. When a child of mine sings in the rain, the entire heavenly host stops to listen. Your persistence is building a reward that no man can take from you. I am your shield, and my glory is the lifter of your head. Stop looking at your feet. Look at my face. I am not looking at you with a list of requirements. I am looking at you with eyes of absolute delight. You please me simply by existing. You don't have to work for my approval. You already have my heart. Everything you are facing is serving a purpose. The friction is creating heat, and the heat is creating energy for your next level. I am promoting you in the spirit, even while you feel like you are being demoted in the natural. The people who try to overlook you will soon be forced to take notice of the light I am radiating through you. Your story is not over. It is just getting to the part where the hero wins. I have already written the final chapter, and I promise you, it is glorious. It is a chapter of vindication, restoration, and joy. Hold on just a little longer. The dawn is about to break over your situation. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will be with you until the very end of the age. You are safe. You are loved. You are mine. I am saturating your soul with my divine love. I am filling the hollow places with my holy tenderness. I am speaking life into the areas you thought were dead. I am bringing order to the chaos and light into the dark corners. I am washing away every stain and healing every wound. You will stand firm because I am the one holding you up. You will not fail because my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You are more than a conqueror through me. Go forth today with a new confidence, not confidence in your own ability, but in my faithfulness. I am your father. I am your shepherd. I am your best friend. I love you. I love you. I love you. Be still. Be still and know. I want to journey back with you now into the hidden corridors of your memory, to the places where the child inside you is still hiding. I am walking into the rooms of your past where you felt unprotected, where you were told that your worth was tied to your performance, or where you were made to feel like an inconvenience. I am standing in those moments right now, and I am covering that younger version of you with my royal robes of safety. I am speaking a new truth over your formative years. You were never too much and you were never not enough. You were a miracle wrapped in smallness, and I have cherished every single second of your existence since the moment of your conception. I am removing the spirit of abandonment and replacing it with the spirit of adoption. You are no longer an orphan of circumstance. You are a prince, a princess of the Most High, and you belong in my house simply because I called you mine. I see the energy you have spent trying to be perfect so that you wouldn't be rejected again. It is a heavy, suffocating garment that you have worn for too long. I am asking you to take it off and lay it at my feet today. I love you in your mess. I love you in your questions. I love you in the parts of yourself that you think are unlovable. When you look in the mirror and see only flaws, I see the reflection of my own glory being refined in the fire. I am changing your internal dialogue. I am silencing the harsh critic in your mind that sounds like the voices of people who couldn't love you correctly. Listen instead to the whisper of my spirit. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. This is not just a nice sentiment. It is the fundamental reality of your design. I made no mistakes when I composed the symphony of your DNA. I am the God of your physical body just as much as your spirit. I see the areas where pain has taken residence, and I see the fatigue that sleep cannot touch. I am breathing my healing vitality into your cells right now. I am the great physician, and I am speaking shalom to your nervous system. I am commanding your heart to find its steady, peaceful rhythm in me. Receive my strength into your bones today.
Do not be afraid of the transitions that are currently shaking your world. If I am moving you from the familiar into the unknown, it is because the familiar has become a cage that limits your flight. I am an infinite God, and I have infinite ways to provide for you. If one door has closed, do not stand there weeping until you are blind to the new gates I am opening right beside you. I am bringing a new level of clarity to your vision so you can see the path I have prepared. I am the master of the detour. You think because you took a wrong turn 10 years ago that you have lost your destiny, but I tell you, I am using even your mistakes to qualify you for your calling. Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Every tear you shed in a toxic relationship, every hour you spent in a dead-end job, and every season of wandering is being woven into a testimony of gold. You are not behind schedule. You are exactly where you need to be to receive what is coming. I am breaking the curse of lack over your life. You have lived with a scarcity. The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. Do not be afraid of the transitions that are currently shaking your world. If I am moving you from the familiar into the unknown, it is because the familiar has become a cage that limits your flight. I am an infinite God, and I have infinite ways to provide for you. If one door has closed, do not stand there weeping until you are blind to the new gates I am opening right beside you. I am bringing a new level of clarity to your vision so you can see the path I have prepared. I am the master of the detour. You think because you took a wrong turn 10 years ago that you have lost your destiny, but I tell you, I am using even your mistakes to qualify you for your calling. Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Every tear you shed in a toxic relationship, every hour you spent in a dead-end job, and every season of wandering is being woven into a testimony of gold. You are not behind schedule. You are exactly where you need to be to receive what is coming. I am breaking the curse of lack over your life. You have lived with a scarcity mindset for so long that you are afraid to ask for abundance, but my storehouses are overflowing. I am not just going to meet your needs, I am going to make you a distribution center of my blessings. I am giving you creative ideas, supernatural favor, and divine strategies to unlock resources you didn't even know existed. Trust me to be your source, not your bank account. Let's talk about the anger you've been carrying, the heavy stone in your pocket that only serves to slow you down. I can handle your anger at those who hurt you, and even your anger at me for allowing the pain. Hand those stones to me today. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did was right. It is about deciding that their debt will no longer determine your peace. I am the one who settles the accounts. I am the just judge. Let it go, so your hands can be free to hold the new life I am giving you. I am expanding your capacity to receive joy. You have lived in a state of survival for so long that joy feels dangerous to you, as if the other shoe is always about to drop. But in my kingdom, the other shoe is always another blessing. I am teaching you how to stay in the present moment. Do not borrow trouble from a tomorrow that I am already in. Drink my daily peace and eat my daily bread. I am the God of the suddenly. Suddenly the wind will shift. Suddenly the phone will ring. Suddenly the pain will lift. You are entering a season of rapid acceleration. Things that usually take years to build, I will help you build in months. Doors that have been rusted shut for a lifetime will swing open with a single word from my mouth. Be ready. Keep your lamp full of oil. You have been a sanctuary for everyone else, always pouring out your love, always being the shoulder for others to cry on. But who comforts the comforter? Who holds the one who holds everyone else together? I do. In this hour, I want you to be the one who receives. Lay your head upon my shoulder and let me pour my strength into your tired spirit. You don't have to be strong for me. You can just be mine. I am bringing a new order to your mind. The racing thoughts, the confusion, and the inability to focus are being replaced by a divine soundness of mind. I am creating neural pathways of peace and joy within you. You will think clearly, you will decide wisely, and you will act with a quiet confidence that terrifies the enemy. You carry the mind of Christ, and that mind is never in a state of panic.
I am speaking to your children even while they sleep. I am guarding their dreams and planting seeds of righteousness in their hearts that will bear fruit in my perfect timing. Stop the frantic worrying over their future. Your prayers are far more powerful than your lectures. I love them more than you do, and I have positioned my angels to watch over every step they take. Release them into my sovereign care. I am the God of the lost things. I am finding the joy you thought you lost in your 20s. I am finding the innocence that was stolen from you. I am finding the passion for life that was buried under a mountain of bills and responsibilities. I am bringing them all back to you, restored and multiplied. You will look at your life and say, "How did he do it?" And I will simply smile and say, "Because you are my child." I am teaching you how to walk on water, not by making you a superhero, but by teaching you to keep your eyes fixed on my face while the world screams around you. When you look at the storm, you sink. When you look at me, you soar. I am the wind beneath your wings, and I am the solid ground beneath your feet. You are safer in the storm with me than you are in the harbor without me. I am your shield. When the arrows of criticism and the stones of judgment are thrown at you, I am the one who intercepts them. You don't have to defend your character. You don't have to prove your worth to anyone. I am your defender, and my opinion is the only one that carries the weight of eternity. If I have justified you, who can condemn you? Sleep tonight in the knowledge that you are safe. You don't have to stay awake to watch over your life, for I neither slumber nor sleep. I am standing guard over your heart, your mind, and your home. Cast every care upon me, for I care for you with a passion that transcends human understanding. Wake up tomorrow with a new song in your spirit, knowing that my mercies have been renewed while you rested. I am making all things new.
not just in the world, but in you. A new heart, a new mind, a new spirit. This is not just a minor change, it is a metamorphosis. The caterpillar is gone, the butterfly is emerging. Get ready to see the world from a higher perspective. Get ready to fly. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. There is no distance between us, for my spirit is woven into the very fabric of your soul. You are mine. You are precious. You are enough. Be still, and know.